Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another virtual Wargaming live battle report. Today I'm back to playing Border Patrol in Warhammer Fantasy 6th edition between Skaven and Dogs of War. For today's game I am just using a pitched battle scenario. I didn't want to really mess around with flank attacks, even though I do like the side-on battlefield size more. And capture, I just did that yesterday, so I don't want to do that one either. But it's been a while since I've done Border Patrol, so I wanted to try it out again now that I've got a bit more used to recording and stuff. Though I fully expect this is going to be another quick 20-30 minute game. Some side is going to fall apart. My money's on Skaven. So let's jump in and have a little look at the army. For our Skaven today, we have a Plague Priest leading the army. He has an additional hand weapon, and he is wearing the Twisted Crown of the Horned Rat, which gives him regeneration, which is the only armor that he has. Plague Priest's just running like basically naked. It's fantastic. We also have a unit of 20 clan rats who are equipped with spears and have a musician, which I haven't marked today, so we're going to quickly do that. Then we have 15 plague monks, also equipped with additional hand weapons. This entire unit, for those who don't know how Skaven work, such as my mother, all have frenzy. So they are going to be very dangerous if they get into contact, making 3 attacks with each plague monk. But also they cannot stop themselves from charging at the enemy when they get within range. Finally, we have 2 rat swarms. Look at these lovely boys. I love them so much. They are also upgraded to be plague rats, I think they're called. I don't remember. They have poison attacks, is what they're upgraded with. So this is obviously a Clan Pestilence themed army. I'm not the biggest fan of Clan Pestilence. I find them just kind of gross and weird, honestly. Like, I find all disease-driven factions gross and weird, but I want to experiment with every play style that I can, and Clan Pestilence is one that I haven't touched yet. So I figured I'd give it a try, and we'll see how it goes. Now, standing opposite them, we have their Dogs of War. They are led by a Dogs of War captain. She is wearing heavy armor, she has a shield. That's it, no magic items, nothing fancy. And she is part of a unit of 15 pikemen. They are upgraded with heavy armor, and pikemen, for those of you who aren't familiar, are absolutely terrifying. They get to fight in 4 ranks, so every single pikeman gets to attack, and they will always strike first on the first turn of combat, even if they're charged. If they're charged by cavalry, they get even more scary, but Skaven obviously don't have cavalry, so that's not an issue today. We also have 6 knights, or heavy cavalry, I should say, and they also have a command group, a banner bearer that I forgot to add, so let me go ahead and fix that. And finally, we have the Birdmen of Catrazza. This is a beautiful regiment of renown that is almost never worth it, because just one of these guys is worth 25 points, and he's just a guy with a bow, but he can fly. So, fingers crossed that they have an impact, but I'm not expecting much from them today. So, with our introductions out of the way, let's jump into it, and we have Skaven going first today. Alright, so I'm going to start off with our rat swarm, and we're going to move them 12 inches forward. Now, we don't want to get charged by the knights if we can help, but actually, let's think about this real quick. We're only going to go 9 inches forward with the rats. Actually, no, we're going to take them 12 inches forward. We're going to take them this way. And we're just basically going to make it so that right now with the wheel, they're probably not going to make this charge. And then next time we can get into the swamp. And then if they get charged, we're just kind of pulling the Dogs of War Knights out of the combat entirely. Like, yeah, we don't get the victory points for them, but that's fine if we disable them long enough to get everything else killed. So then we're going to march the other 2 units 10 inches forward. 10 inches forward. I'm not scared of the knights here because really this unit wants to be charged by the knights with 3 ranks plus outnumber. They're rocking a +4 combat resolution. The knights have just a +1, so it's like a +3 difference. Knights have to kill in a lot of clan rats and then not get hit back, which is pretty likely on that side. And then if they don't kill enough to send them fleeing, then they get charged in the flank and the whole thing just falls apart. It's not a good time for the knights if that happens, so we're not concerned on the Skaven side. And that brings me to the Dogs of War side, and I am going to lean into exactly this plan. We are going to push, oh no, we're going to push them forward only 6 inches. Okay, so the reason we're going forward only 6 inches is this means that they are now 8 inches apart. No, we're going to go 5 inches forward is what we're going to do. So they should be 9 inches apart, so these guys will have to charge, but these guys can't reach the flank. And if they somehow can, then we get knights in, and it should just generally be a good time for the Dogs of War. But actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be even sneakier about it. I'm going to fly these guys right up to here, just to block the flank charge. And then we're going to shoot at these clan rats. And if I'm correct, yes, we are within half range, but we are not close enough to charge. So that is a beautifully executed little maneuver. Alright, so let's see. Birdmen have 4 attacks that... They have 4 attacks that will hit on 4s because they're short range and they don't get any movement penalties for shooting. They only have bows, so it's going to be wounding on 4s, and these clan rats have shields and light armor, I believe. Yeah, light armor and shield, so it's 5 points. 5 ups, sorry, I should say. So that one misses, but now we get the leader, he also misses. Okay, so no results yet from the Birdmen, but that's to be expected, and that is end of turn 1. So Skaven now, look at our Plague Monks. They have Frenzy, and they are in charge range, so they're going to have to charge. But we know that our clan rats can't charge these guys, and they can't really charge these guys because they can't get into there. So these guys are going to charge right up to here. Perfect. We're going to 12-inch run our rat swarms. Exactly as planned. Just rotate these boys. And then our clan rats are still fine with being charged by the knights, actually. So we're going to just march them up 10 inches as well. And we're just trying to generally create problems for the Dogs of War as the Skaven player. So like, this is a problem, this is a problem, this is a problem. But hopefully, this just overcomes everything and it doesn't matter. So, with that out of the way, let's jump in. 15 attacks from our pikemen. Plague Monks have 3 weapon skill. Dogs of War, pikemen have 3 weapon skill. So, we're going to hit on 4s. We're going to wound on, I believe, 5s, because they're strength 3. And Plague Monks are indeed toughness 4, but there is no armor save, so go. It's 3 dead Skaven. Okay, so 1, 2, 3 off the front, so 2 more, but they get 6 attacks each. And they're going to put them into the hero. So they're going to hit on 4s. They're going to wound on 5s because she's toughness 4, and she has heavy armor, shield 3s, nothing. The reason that I'm putting them into the hero here, for context, is because realistically these guys would kill out these 3. So these 2 are still alive. So this one has to, and this guy may as well join in. Now, Plague Priest, he has to put everything into the main unit, and he makes 5 attacks. He will hit on 3s, he will wound on 3s, it will save on 6s, go. 1 dead pikeman at the back. And then the captain strikes at these guys, hit on 3s, wound on 4s, save on 7s. I think you might have heard my dog in the background while I was talking, and I apologize. So with that, combat resolution. We've killed 4 Plague Monks. They've killed 1 of us. We had 2 ranks going in. There was 3 ranks here. I think this unit definitely outnumbers. So that's what? 4 plus 3 plus 1 versus 1 plus 2, 3. Okay, 2d6. 7. Plague Priest's leadership 6. They add one rank, so 7. But Yeah, that gigantic difference. That's not going to happen. So they go fleeing 10 inches. Hang on. I wasn't zoomed out enough. 10 inches. Do we want to pursue? I think we do, because the clan rats can't wheel around to get them. And then the pikemen can do some shenanigans. Oh, that's unfortunate. Okay, so that brings us to the Dogs of War turn. Charges. Alright, here's what we're going to do. We are going to charge the knights into the clan rats. It's less than ideal, but it's kind of forced. Because the alternative is trying to get the rat swarms. I'm not even sure if I can see the rat swarms. Yeah, the alternative is getting charged on the flank by the rat swarms, charged in the front by the clan rats, or having these guys charged, but they're not going to stand to take it, and even if they did, like, it's just going to be an overrun into the knights. So we're going to have the knights go into here, and we're going to take the Birdmen, and they're going to charge this unit. So they are within distance, and then we make another flee check because they are panicked. So they go 6 more inches. And then the Birdmen can go 20, and they can catch them. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot that these guys also need to panic check, don't they? And they are totally fine. In true Skaven fashion, the plight of their comrades means nothing to them. Alright, and then this unit goes in, slams in just like this, slides over. Okay, so this is either going to be an absolute disaster for the Skaven, or a perfectly executed master plan. There is no in between. 6 up saves, only 3 dead. Only 3 dead, I say, as if there's not significant. 1 more dies. Okay, so then the final Skaven gets to hit back. He fails. Okay, so combat resolution, bonus, rank bonus, outnumber. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. They have a standard bearer, so they actually only lose by 1. And they are totally fine. They are staying in this fight. Oh, and then this unit was going to reform like this. There we go. Alright, so then that brings us to end of Dogs of War turn 2. Okay, rats charging at the knights. They have, I believe, unit strength of 3, 5? They have unit strength, enough unit strength to break the ranks. And also cause a panic check, actually. So let me check that first. Nope, they're totally fine. Okay, so, combat. We start with our rat swarms. So there's going to be 10 attacks that will hit on 4s, and if they roll 6s, that automatically wounds. So it's 2 automatic wounds, and then 2 attacks that will wound on 5s. Alright, and then they make armor save checks. 2, that pass them 2. Yep, totally expected. 5 clan rats. 5 attacks, hit on 4s, wound on 4s, save on 2s. Go. Nothing. Alright, so now our knights get to fight back, and they have 1, 2, 3, no. Of course they have 6 attacks, what am I saying? I know this. But, of course, now their attack is completely run out of steam, and so they do no damage. And then we come to combat resolution. 1, 2 rank bonuses, outnumber, that's 3, flank, that's 4. The knights, however, have a banner, so it becomes 3, so they have lost by 3. And they go fleeing 13 inches. And our clan rats are obviously going to pursue that. And so they only go 2d6 rather than 3d6. Or rather than 2d6 plus 1, I should say. And I'm actually going to attempt to hold with the rat swarm, which I've succeeded in. So the idea is we don't want the rat swarm zooming off, because if the charge into the rear happens, we want the rat swarm to be able to catch them in the flank and punish the pikemen for that. Okay, so knights, do they rally? They have rallied. Fantastic. Okay, let's look at this realistically. What's going to happen next turn is the clan rats are going to charge at the knights. Unless we get a charge in here, but I don't really want to charge with pikemen. The point is that you want to be charged as pikemen. No, I'm not going to commit to that. I'm going to fly my birdmen closer. Fly them over to here. Perfect. And then I'm going to wheel my pikemen and move them just a little bit closer. I basically want to make sure that the rat swarm will go into their front, but they are facing this way to be able to punish this charge. And then we're going to open fire with our birdmen at the clan rats. So 4 attacks, hit on 4s, wound on 4s, save on 5s, nothing. He hits, he wounds, they don't save, he's killed 1. Ideally, we were fishing for 3 kills to break another rank, but I will take that. And that is end of turn 3. Okay, so the rat swarms charging at the pikemen. No, I'm going to take advantage of the reluctance of pikemen to charge. So we're going to go clan rats into the knights, who are going to hold. Perfect. And then we're going to move our rat swarms right here and just generally screen off the pikemen. So now we get to the rat swarm. The clan rats, 5 attacks, they'll hit on 4s, they will wound on 4s, the knights will save on 2s. Nothing. The knights strike back, 3s, 4s, 4s. 1 dead clan rat. And then 6 attacks to go 4s, 4s, 4s. Oh wow, the horses absolutely murdered them. That is wild. I did not expect that at all. Okay, so they had 2 ranks. They no longer get outnumbered, so that's lose by 4. Yeah, these guys are fleeing. They're going 8 inches, and they are being pursued 9. So yep, they're just dead. And then these guys go here. And our rats get caught in the rear. I never actually ranked them up, huh? That's silly. And bam. And now this is Dogs of War turn. So what I'm going to do is I'm obviously going to charge in here. Because we have 2 units charging. We may as well get 1 unit charging. We may as well get the second one in. Whoops. There we go. Alright, so let's start up here with our knights. 6 attacks, hit on 3s, wound on 2s, save on 7s, go. 1 dead rat swarm. Next up, I'll do my captain. She has 3 attacks, she hits on 3s, she wounds on 2s, they save on 7s. For this one, 2 more wounds. Genuinely kind of wild. Okay, and this is where we get to rules that I don't know off the top of my head. I think you fight with 1 less rank than you would normally with when you charge. So I think it would be only 3 ranks of pikemen. What I'm going to do is I'm going to resolve with 1, then the next one, then the next one, just to find out where we stay. That's it. And then I'll make a decision. And then I'll make a decision on what to do after that. So 3s, no, 4s to hit actually. 3s to wound, 7s to save. Alright, so this row would have dealt 2. Next up, next row, 4s, 3s, 7s. Would have dealt another 1. 4 attacks. 4s, 3s, 7s. Nothing. Okay, so regardless of the outcome, he would survive actually. So we're going to apply this to make it 4 wounds. And then they are going to hit the pikemen really hard. So 5 attacks. Hit on 4s. Only 1 success. Okay, when I said really hard, I was joking actually. I didn't mean that, you know. It's just playing with you. But he wounds, and a save isn't made, so that is a dead pikeman. And that is end of turn 4. And then the rat swarm has only initiative 1, so then our leader hits 3s, 2s, 7s. She inflicts 2 wounds. Yeah, they're gonna be dead. I don't need to roll the rest of them, even if they only had taken 2 hits. And with that, we've come to the end of the game. As I said, this is a short one. I didn't think Skaven would do very well, and I was correct. A part of this is just I don't know how to use Clan Pestilence very well. The other part is pikemen, I feel, are kind of really powerful. I really like pikemen. I think pikemen are, like, seriously slept on in most factions. Like, you can take them in anything that isn't Bretonnia, and I don't know why people aren't taking them in more armies. They're just such a good charge denial, cavalry denial tool. You only need like 16 of them, so like 160 points. If you don't have heavy armor, slightly more if you do. 176, I think, points. Yeah, that sounds right. And then it's just like, hey, yeah, this area that I put them in, you can't bring cavalry here. I'll just reform them to point at your cavalry every time. Good luck trying to flank past that. But my short rambling aside. Oh, also, Birdmen. Yeah, they did absolutely nothing. Like, they weren't worth their points because they charged down and killed the Plague Monks. But if they didn't do that, they did, like, what, 1 kill? That is not worth 150 points. But also, they're so cool, so they're going to appear again, I'm sure. Anyway, rambling aside, if you enjoyed that video, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Tomorrow, we have a Little Lords between Ogre Kingdoms and Tomb Kings. I'm bringing chariots. They're on my list. I don't know how I'm going to make them. I do have a plan for how I'm going to make them, but I haven't tried it yet. So fingers crossed that they look good. I make no promises, and I apologize profusely if they look bad. But Hero Forge is what it is. And until then, boy.